Welcome back to First Ladies of Music with Virginia Eskin over the WFMT radio network. Today we're talking about Maria Callas, and now we're going to introduce you to another Greek singer, Agnes Baltsa. We'd love to hear your comments about this program and suggestions that you might have for future programs. Please write to us at ladies@wfmt.com. Agnes Baltsa was born in November of 1944. She studied at the same Greek National Conservatory as Maria Callas. In fact, Baltsa studied under a Callas scholarship. In Callas's earlier years, she sang many Wagnerian roles, but unfortunately, those recordings don't exist. However, Agnes Baltsa has made a career of singing Wagner. So here's a beautiful portion of the Wesendonck Lieder entitled Trauma, and this is by Wagner. In 1968, Agnes Baltsa made her first appearance in an opera as Cherubino in Mozart's The Marriage of Figaro at the Frankfurt Opera. Under the guidance of Herbert von Karajan, she soon became a regular performer at the prestigious Salzburg Festival. Here is Baltsa singing another famous German composer, Gustav Mahler. This is taken from his cycle The Song of the Earth, Von der Schönheit. Upon Maria Callas's arrival in Verona, she met Giovanni Meninghini. He was an older, wealthy industrialist who began courting her. They married in 1949. He was a wonderful husband, manager, and helped with all her contracts, and there were no financial problems. These were the glory years. Callas had become a diva. During 1953 and early 54, she lost almost 90 pounds. Sir Rudolph Bing, general manager of the Metropolitan Opera, remembered Callas as being monstrously fat. In 1951, he stated that after the weight loss, she was an astonishingly svelte, striking woman who showed none of the signs one usually finds in a fat woman who's lost weight. She looked as though she'd been born to that slender, graceful figure and had always moved with elegance. Here's Edward Downes again, interviewing Maria Callas.
Tell me one thing I would have thought would have taken a lot of willpower. You were, at one stage of your career, a very heavy woman, I understand.
Yes.
And for most of us mortals, it's very hard to cope with even taking off 10 pounds.
Well, there is willpower. That is willpower.
I was going to say, that must have taken tremendous willpower.
Yes, and also I just had it, as they say. I was bored with the situation. I was not well.
What made you decide to...
I'll tell you exactly. I was doing Medea then, and at the Maggio Fiorentino for the first time. And I remember that my instinct, which is normally good, my first instinct was saying that the face is too fat and I can't stand it because I needed the chin for expression in certain very hard phrases and cruel phrases.
Yes.
Or tense phrases. And I felt, as a woman of theater that I was and am, that I needed the necklines and the chin lines to be very thin and very pronounced.
In 1958, when Callas was 35, she meets Aristotle Onassis. This powerful shipping tycoon swept her off her feet, even if he was married himself and had to get disentangled. Having single-mindedly devoted herself to singing and having reached the top of her profession, Callas wanted to experience life as a woman. But she made the mistake of falling for the wrong man. The child she hoped for was not to be, and although Onassis accepted her love, he married Jacqueline Kennedy. Despite the emotional stress that was caused by this affair, Callas was able to muster great nobility in her singing. And you'll hear the pathos in this portion from the opera Alceste by Gluck. It's so beautiful. The ravages of her lifestyle after meeting Onassis took its toll on her voice. For 5 years, she labored to maintain her former rigor and failed. Soprano Renee Fleming has a theory about what caused her vocal decline. I think it was her weight loss, because it was so dramatic and quick. If one uses the weight for support and then it's suddenly gone, and one doesn't develop another musculature, it can be very hard on the voice. Callas even said, "My sound boxes don't work. I've overstrained my voice from childhood, and my mother said, 'You have to sing.' I've felt such despair," she confessed. The wobble in her voice was undeniable in 1960, when she was 37. Rehearsals were cut short, and she insisted on special treatment as a prima donna. Here's an aria from Verdi's opera I Lombardi. Tullio Serafin, who had been Maria's personal conductor and mentor, said, "She was the greatest prima donna the world has ever seen." In 1965, Callas went into a self-imposed exile from the operatic and concert stage. During this time, she was attempting to realign her voice and regain the sense of purpose and identity which had allowed her to scale the heights of her profession. The Juilliard School invited her to teach, and these classes became extremely popular. And the reason for that popularity was because she could entertain and educate at the same time, and this inspired Terence McNally's Broadway play, Masterclass. The classes were not only attended by students, but by many musical luminaries. Let's listen as Callas gives very affectionate advice to a young student.
I hate to say it, but you should wear longer skirts or slacks. Because during daytime it's all right, but you must remember, I'm sorry I'm bringing this up, but it is general, the public that looks at you from down there sees a little more. No, well, it's no use now, you should have thought of it before. Or slacks. Because you people never remember that on stage, you are all right, but the person that looks underneath sees more. Forgive me, eh? But I've been sort of being patient all these months. You should wear on stage for auditions or anything. You should wear shorter skirts. Excuse me, longer skirts. Or pants. Well, then why not wear shorts? I mean, if you're at it. But you should wear longer skirts or slacks. That hit you, eh?
Let's listen to Maria Callas as she says goodbye to the students at the masterclass.
I want you to remember, possibly, whatever I've said. I don't know whether I'll be here next year. We haven't figured it out. But I want you to please try and remember, please try and make it that all this effort is not wasted. That you should take whatever little I've given you and bring it into the other scores and increase it. In courage, in phrasing, in diction, in courage again I say, because it's not an easy career. Don't ever think that it's an easy career. You also, Mr. Kim, don't remember, you must never close up again, because you were auditioning and they were frightening him. I don't know what happened on the way. Am I right? For thanks, the only thing I want you all is that you sing properly, that you apply whatever knowledge I've given to you to your scores. That's the only thing I can say for the time being. Each and every one of you. It doesn't stop here. It has to keep on going, because you're supposed to follow up what we have done. Whether I keep on singing or not doesn't make any difference. You are the younger generation, and you must apply it. And that's the only thanks that I really do want. Keep on going, and the proper way. Not with fireworks, not with an easy applause, but with the expression of the words, with the diction, and with your real feeling, whatever it is. This is what I want to say, and I'm not good at words. So that's that.
Maria Callas died in 1977 at the age of 53. I hope you've enjoyed our program on Maria Callas and Agnes Baltsa. The point of First Ladies of Music is to establish women who changed precedent. They dared to go into territories that no one had explored before. We are going to end the program with an aria from Madame Butterfly by Puccini. And in this famous aria, you will hear Callas sing in the role of Butterfly, "Oh, horrible fate, will dance for you, as she used to do. The geisha will sing, the gay and merry song will end in a sob." First Ladies of Music with Virginia Eskin is produced by Valerie Henderson for the WFMT Radio Network. Steve Robinson is the executive producer. The engineer is Tim Malone. We thank Northeastern University and the Attica Foundation for their generous support, and we also thank Alice Abraham, librarian at WGBH Radio in Boston. I'm Virginia Eskin, inviting you to join me again next time for First Ladies of Music, when we'll bring you music of the salon period. We'd love to hear from our audience, and our email address is ladies@wfmt.com. This is the WFMT Radio Network.